Following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022, one of her most trusted aides, Samantha Cohen, has shared intimate insights into the late monarch's personality in a recent interview with the Sunday Times published on Saturday, October 12th. Cohen, who worked closely with the Queen for 18 years and eventually spent almost every day with her as her assistant private secretary, opened up about the Queen's reserved but endearing nature. As someone who witnessed the Queen in both her public and private spheres, Cohen's recollections paint a heartwarming portrait of the sovereign as both a leader and a deeply caring individual. Samantha Cohen, who originally hailed from Australia, was intricately involved in Queen Elizabeth's daily life, moving with her as she traveled between royal residences. She had a rare window into the Queen's true character, one that was, according to Cohen, quite different from her formal public persona. Describing her former boss as a shy person, Cohen explained that the Queen cherished her privacy, especially when retreating to Balmoral, Scotland. The Scottish estate, where the Queen spent her summers, was a place of deep personal significance to her. It was in this beloved sanctuary that she ultimately passed away at the age of 96 on September 8, 2022. Balmoral was so important to her. It was where she could relax and be herself, away from the public eye, Cohen noted. For the Queen, Balmoral wasn't just a retreat, it was where she could fully embrace her role as a family matriarch, something Cohen said was as important to her as her duties as Queen. The late monarch had a deep love for gathering her family together during the summers. She loved hosting everybody for summer, allocating the rooms and checking them herself, Cohen said, adding that Queen Elizabeth took personal responsibility for ensuring everything was perfect for her guests. Cohen's unique perspective offers a rare glimpse into the human side of Queen Elizabeth beyond the crown and the formalities. Despite her regal responsibilities, the Queen never lost sight of her role as a family woman. According to Cohen, she relished in her time with family, displaying warmth, care, and attentiveness, particularly during her summers at Balmoral. One of the more surprising revelations from Cohen's interview, however, was about Queen Elizabeth's love of driving, specifically her penchant for driving quickly. Cohen described the Queen as gutsy behind the wheel, saying she would often drive her cars at high speeds around the Balmoral estate. It's a lesser-known fact that Queen Elizabeth was known for her love of driving, and even as she aged, she continued to do so with vigor. Cohen also shared anecdotes about the Queen's fondness for riding horses, another passion that stayed with her throughout her life. The aide recalled how the Queen's early morning horseback rides sometimes led to amusing encounters with Cohen's own children. Some mornings I'd be getting the cereal for breakfast and the kids would go, "Mom." The Queen just rode past on her horse, Cohen reminisced. There were even times when her children would unexpectedly cross paths with the Queen while riding their bicycles. These encounters were a testament to how approachable and down-to-earth Queen Elizabeth could be, especially in the informal setting of her private Scottish home. The Queen loved families having a nice time and hearing what everyone was doing, Cohen said, explaining how the monarch took pleasure in seeing those around her enjoying life. Queen Elizabeth was known for her kindness and generosity, often going out of her way to make others feel welcome. They made us feel so welcome, very much a part of their lives, Cohen added. The Queen's personal touch extended to special occasions as well. Cohen recalled how the monarch would give Christmas presents to everyone, always handwriting the tags herself. It was these thoughtful gestures that left a lasting impression on those who worked closely with her. In addition to these tender moments, Cohen also highlighted Queen Elizabeth's playful side. Despite her serious duties, the Queen had a sense of humor and enjoyed light-hearted moments. One of Cohen's favorite memories involved a butterfly that had flown into the Queen's drawing room at Balmoral. Cohen had come to see her boss, who was seated by her desk as usual, when the Queen suddenly interrupted their conversation. "Oh, hold on a minute, there's a butterfly, we must get it out," the Queen had said. What followed was a delightful exchange where both the Queen and Cohen took turns trying to catch the butterfly. She got up, picked it up, and it flew away. Then I caught it, and it flew out of my hands. Then she caught it. We were both laughing, and eventually we opened the window and freed the butterfly, Cohen recounted with a smile. Afterward, the Queen simply returned to business, saying, "Right, where were we?" It was moments like these, filled with laughter and playfulness, that made Cohen's time with the Queen so memorable. Cohen emphasized how fun the Queen could be, revealing a side of the monarch that was rarely seen by the public. Despite their many shared light-hearted moments, Cohen stressed that her relationship with the Queen was always rooted in respect. There were no favorites, she noted. Cohen saw her role as one of service, aiming to make the Queen's life as easy as possible. In return, the Queen treated her staff with great kindness and was, as Cohen described, an incredible boss. One of the most admirable qualities that Cohen appreciated about Queen Elizabeth was her humility. The late monarch, despite being one of the most recognized and celebrated figures in the world, had no ego according to her trusted aide. Cohen reflected on how remarkable this was, especially in an age dominated by celebrity culture. In a world of celebrity, where we had all sorts of celebrities coming into the palace, the Queen was the antithesis of celebrity, Cohen remarked. While many might have been dazzled by the glamour and attention, Queen Elizabeth remained grounded and focused on her role. She understood this was her role. She took it very seriously and performed it to perfection, Cohen said. But what set her apart was her ability to separate the role from her identity as a person. The Queen never sought the limelight, never showed off, and was never tempted to boast. I loved that so much about her because she had no ego, Cohen added. As the world continues to reflect on the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, Cohen's recollections offer a deeply personal perspective on the woman behind the crown. While she may have been a global figure, to those who worked closely with her, she was a kind, humble, and playful individual who dedicated her life to service while never losing sight of what mattered most: her family and the people around her.